Out front, the rookie leading the way in that 11. Lots of smoke coming from Brody's Bowser. That can't be right. So, lot of steam. He's going to have a nice pressed. He's not going to have a wrinkled fire suit with all that steam, rather.
Last year, and now you're finally learning something this year.
A.J. Knowles leads him down for the green flag. Now he leads him down the backstretch. The Deal in the second spot. Toby Steele trying to make a move on Don't Call Me NASCAR, Neil Siefker. Walker at 81 now on the high side. Makes the move easily for that third spot. It's Toby Steele. Steele's working on the inside, but he'll eventually concede that spot as the Deal gets a little out of shape, able to hold on. He'll look on the inside for the lead. A.J. Knowles looking to make the feature in a very tough field of cars as the Deal looks on the inside in that 52. Four-car dash up front as DeYoung and Walker side by side for third. A.J. getting on the binders as Neil the Deal takes the spot away. What the Deal? He's out front. That's Neil Siefker. 3 wide there for a second for the second spot. But Walker will take it away in the 81. Here comes DeYoung in the 7. A.J. Knowles holding, trying to hold on in that number 11. Oh, field bunches up as Stout goes right up under the side of A.J. Knowles. Neil the Deal involved, your leader. DeYoung right there involved as well as he has no place to go, and they're all bunched up over in turn 2. Caution flies. He's siphoning out the gas of my car right now. Oh, hey, we're racing. By the way, you can win all that stuff through the Lucky Number programs there in the Souvenir Barn. Meanwhile, back to racing. Neil the Deal re-got their lead. That's a big college word, re-got. Neil the Deal comes by and leads yet again. Walker second, Stout in the 51, and A.J. Knowles. Top 2 are the ones that move on. Only 2 from these heats will move on to the main event. As Neil the Deal, Walker in the 81, and Stout in the 51. Now moving up into the 4th spot. It's Denman in the 24. A.J. Knowles falling back to the 5th spot. But he's being challenged by Toby Steele. Bartle in the number 7, and Loomis in the 88 rounding out the field. Another lap in the books as the Deal trying to hold on the challenge, but here comes Walker on the inside, trying to make the pass, going into turn 3 and 4. Dogfight behind them, look at them all bunched up. White flag. Final lap, 1 lap shootout. Final time around as they're all bunched up. Top 4 under a blanket, 3 wide now for the lead. Denman trying to make it on the high side. Meanwhile, Siefker able to pull up. A little help from the back. Here they come out of 4. Walker blows up. Your winner's going to be Neil Siefker. Denman, Walker will finish 3rd, but a lot of smoke as Denman will be the one to transfer in at 24. But Neil the Deal, Don't Call Me NASCAR, and every other nickname we can think of, Siefker wins the qualifier. That was a pretty exciting one that we'll be lucky enough to move on, and it looks like we're just about set to get this one going. Oh, apparently there was some moisture on the track. That's what they were working in as we're ready to go. Jubenville jumping out to the quick lead in that number 8, Danny Knowles, who's had some problems. Last week got claimed in that 33. And a tough time getting it going last night. The Mount Pleasant Speedway sits there in the 2nd spot. Scott Fisk in that number 12, doing very well in the point standings in this new division, or his new division, and that number 12 sits 3rd. Fisk in that 12 making a good transition from the Pro Stocks to the Modified. Sits there in 3rd. Bob Bupp in danger. Losing 4th spot is Morris in the 4M. Looking for a way around. Then it's Rumbling in 95. Wisniewski in the 34. Challenge for that lead. Todd Jubenville almost lost that lead as Danny Knowles looked in on the inside. And at number 33, Scott Fisk right on his back bumper. Top 3 pulling away. Jubenville, Knowles, Fisk come by. Look at that battle now for second spot. Scott Fisk look on the high side of Denny Knowles halfway through. Now Fisk with the advantage down the backstretch. Denny Knowles hanging tough on the low side. Starting to use the new kids on the block reference. But we got a battle for the top 3 spots now as Fisk looks on the high side of Jubenville. Oh, looking to go 3 wide there for a second. Fisk with the better groove on the high side, but Jubenville doing a great job there in the middle groove, able to hold on. He'll snug there to the bottom, but Denny Knowles is right on the bottom as well. Now Fisk, your brand new leader in the 12. Scotty Fisk, with no profile in my book, is leading the way in at number 12. Todd Jubenville second. Then it's Denny Knowles third. Morris fourth. Bob Bupp in the 5th spot. Fisk now starting to pull away. Denny Knowles trying to move into that transfer spot at number 33. He's got an advantage on Jubenville going into turn number 3, but they're still side by side. If they had door handles, they'd have been even. Denny Knowles making a move with the white flag waving. Scott Fisk in control. Denny Knowles. Wisniewski with some problems in that 34 pulls it on the infield for the final time out of turn number 4. Scott Fisk. Denny Knowles will finish in second. He will transfer. Jubenville, Morris, Rummel, and Wisniewski will all have to try it again one other time in a B, or I would have to guess a C, maybe, possibly. It's back in row 2 with Ray Hudson's number 25. Steve Kaiser's in the 16, Tim Lytle in the XL. Then it's Rod Sadler in the 55, Greg Wiles in the 76, and Jeff Salas in the 35. As we are set to go, another qualifier top 2, make it to the main event. Oh, contact right out the get-go as Stuart Owens got all out of shape. Distra have no place to go with some contact there. Meanwhile, Oscar Ulipaw out front. He just saw his teammate win the first qualifier, Neil Safker, but now he's trying to lead this one from start to finish as they'll come by. Oscar Ulipaw out front. Hudson in the 25. Look out in the middle of the pack now as Kaiser and Higgins and Wiles all swapping positions. Battle for that top spot. Hudson trying to make the move. He's got Lytle right there in the XL. There, side by side, wheel to wheel. Here comes Wiles in the 76. Higgins and Kaiser. What a battle for second on back. Oscar Ulipaw's got a mob of angry modifieds behind him. They're 3 wide down the backstretch. Hudson wisely backs off as Wiles makes the pass, going from third to the top spot. Lytle having to check up. He stomps on the brakes. Higgins, no place to go, hits him in the back end. Oscar Ulipaw trying to hold on to that second transfer spot. Head push, slides it right up high. Hudson right there. Here comes Lytle. Lytle sandwich. He's on the inside, trying to make the move. He'll make it work. He's now battling for the second spot. Lytle now up to second in the XL. Lytle in that second spot. Oscar Ulipaw back to third, and it's Higgins now. Higgins wants that third spot. He makes the move look easy. He'll slide it up in front of Oscar Ulipaw to take the third spot away. Hey, meanwhile, it's Wiles. He's checked out on the field, and that's 76. Lytle in the XL. Look out. Higgins getting her a little sideways, able to hold on as the field kind of far back from him. Able to hold on to that third spot. So far, he's on the outside looking in. If there should be a finish now, he would not transfer. Greg Wiles, where's he at in the middle of the backstretch? Tim Lytle by himself, Higgins by himself. Then it's Hudson leading that second group of cars. Oscar Rulepaw, Steve Kaiser, Ryan Disterhep, and Sales in the 35. Only battle on the track right now is for that 5th, 6th, and 7th spot. White flag a-waving. Oh, Disterheft and Kaiser swapping a little paint there as they went into turn number 4. Watch that battle for the 6th spot. That's the only one on the track right now, that yellow 56, with Kaiser on the high side in the 16. Here comes your winner, Greg Wiles, going to take the victory easily. Followed by Tim Lytle, Chris Higgins, Ray Hudson, Oscar Ulipaw, and Kaiser's number 16.
John Carroll beside him in the 18C. Rusty Ziegler inside the second row in the 776. Jerry Hunt beside him in the red number 8. Kevin Watkins inside row 3 in the orange 66. Terry Shank beside him in 42. Jared Stout in the blue 1S. Mark McNish in the 77. Robbie Newman in the 98. We're underway. Off to the early lead, it's Jerry Hunt from the second row to lead him down the back chute. Rusty Ziegler for the second spot. And it looks like it's going to be Terry Shank moving into third now with the 42. Jared Stout up for fourth spot in the 1S. He'll take the high line behind Ziegler. Shank moving up on the inside. He'll grab second. Ziegler and Stout now battling for third. Stout will make the pass off the fourth turn now with a 1S car. Remember, only the top two will advance on to the feature tonight. Third on back will have to go through a B or C feature event for their chance at a feature. Jerry Hunt pacing the field into red number 8. Terry Shank to second. Then it's Jarrett Stout third. Rusty Ziegler fourth. Kevin Watkins working the inside line on him with a 66. Then it's Rob Newman, the 46 of Kaiser, and the 18 of John Carroll. Good battle for fourth. Rusty Ziegler holding on to that spot. Kevin Watkins giving him a hard way to go in that 66W. He'll pull to the inside off turn 4. Still Jerry Hunt out front. He took the early lead at the start of this one, and he's got about a 6-car length advantage over Terry Shank. Shank up from the inside the fourth row with that number 42 to grab second. Jared Stout started back in 8th starting position, now running third with a 1S car. Shank closing in on your leader now. Down the backstretch, could be a challenge for the lead down in turns 3 and 4. Shank will go to the high side now. Nothing there, and he'll follow Hunt down onto the front chute, staying up on that high groove. Jerry Hunt running the low side with a number 8 car. Terry Shank on the high side, running a lot farther, but carrying the momentum up alongside Hunt. They pull almost even at the start-finish line, going to turn 1 side by side. The battle for the lead. Shank with the momentum will move out front off turn 2. Hunt hanging with him now down the back chute. Shank pulls out front now as they enter the third turn. White flag flying, we're on the final lap. Terry Shank working his way up to take the lead now. Jerry Hunt will have to settle for second spot with Jared Stout third. Rusty Ziegler fourth and Kevin Watkins fifth. Down into turn 3 and 4 for the final time. And Terry Shank will post the win with Jerry Hunt second. They'll advance on to tonight's feature event. Looks like Jimmy Hale Jr. in the 12J outside the front row. The Zach Attack. Zach Olger inside row 2 in a 0 car. Beside him, Jerry Coons, the Coon Dog, in the W1 car. Jerry Pace inside row 3 in the 3 car. Paul Eel Jr. beside him in 4. Then it's Rick Stout 410. John McClure in the 12 car. And at the rear will be Jeff Ward in the 11W. We're off and underway, and Jimmy Hale out to the early lead. Jerry Coons up to second. Paul Eel running out of racetrack over the banking, brings the number 4 back up trackside. It's still Jimmy Hale Jr. out on the point with a Coon Dog. Hot on his tail, Jerry Coon, second into W1. Jerry Pace up to grab third. Zach Olger, John McClure, and Rick Stout all battling for the fourth spot as they head down toward turn one. Rick Stout moving underneath the Zach attack. He'll grab fourth spot now with a 410 machine. Stout working that inside line. A pull alongside Jerry Pace. Now they go at it for the third spot. Still Jimmy Hale Jr. pacing the field with Jerry Coons in the second spot. Rick Stout, Jerry Pace battling for third. Then it's Zach Olger, John McClure behind that pack. Jerry Coons right up on the cushion with a W1. Rick Stout working that inside line with a 410. He'll pull even with Coons now down in turn three. Jimmy Hale Jr. so far unchallenged for the lead, but the Wolves are moving in on him. Rick Stout makes the pass off turn two, good for second. And that 410 car, Jerry Coons back to third. They make a little contact. Jerry Pace a close fourth into number three car. Then it's John McClure fifth in the 12. Zach Olger, the end of that front pack in the zero machine. Stout moving in on your leader now. Could be a challenge down in turns 3 and 4. Jimmy Hale goes high. Rick Stout goes low. They go even off turn 4 down the front stretch. Down into turn 1. It's Rick Stout by a nose as they head toward turn 2 down the backstretch. Stout moves out front now. Jimmy Hale back to second. Jerry Coons third. Then it's Jerry Pace fourth. John McClure, Zach Olger, Paul Eel, and the 11 of Jeff Ward. Dennis Cogswell will round out the field in car number 41. Laps winding down in qualifier number 5 for the Modified. There's the white flag. Final lap. Rick Stout working his way up from the last row to take the lead and head this field of modifieds here in the 5th qualifiers. He brings it into turn 4 for the final time. Checkered flags flying for Rick Stout in the 410. Jimmy Hale will finish second. Jerry Pace makes his way to third. Jerry Coons finishing fourth in the W1 and John McClure fifth in the number 12.
College, actually more C's and D's. Well, actually more D's than C's or B's. But
well, you must have spent a lot of money paying off professors to get a graduation.
I did. It cost me a lot of beer. On the pole, Jerry Pace and Todd Jubenville. They set the pace. We're underway. Rusty Ziegler, Steve Stout, Oscar Ullapaw, Zach Olger, Bob Bupp, Larry Kaiser, Brett Bartles, Sales, McNinch, and Bowser were set to go, but we have a far less than that. Look out! Oh my goodness, cars getting all together there as Oscar Ullapaw getting involved. Jerry Pace out front in the number 3. Jubenville second. Ziegler in the 776. Your front 3. Top 3 moving on to the main event. Jerry Pace working hard to work his way into the main. He's the former champ. We got cars all over the place. Steve Stout involved. Sales in the 35. Oscar Ullapaw in the 18. And caution waving. Here we go again. Jerry Pace, your leader. Jubenville second. Ziegler in the 3rd spot. Zach Olger in 4th. Sales, Bartles, Stout, and Ullapaw still left in this one as we're back underway. Jerry Pace leading him into turns 3 and 4. Jubenville second. Ziegler still 3rd. Young Zach Olger trying to make his way into the top 3. He doesn't want to call it an evening in that number 0. Jubenville getting a little bit out of shape, able to hold on to that though and stay in that 2nd spot as Jerry Pace in control. Oh, look out, Bartles getting out of shape, almost getting into Sales there, coming out of 4. Sales and Bartles able to move on. Leader coming in at turn number 4. Still Jerry Pace. We're at the halfway point. Halfway home. Jerry Pace out front. Not a whole lot of action going on. Everyone single file spread apart. Nobody making any moves, as though Bartle trying to make the move in at number 7, able to just sit back there in the 5th spot as everyone's spaced out between. Right now it's Jerry Pace's B main to lose as he's out front in control. As long as he keeps a pretty smooth groove around the speedway, and he certainly knows how to do that. And everything holds together in at number 3. This one's pretty much locked up his. White flag for Jerry Pace. Todd Jubenville second right now with Ziegler third. Zach Olger hoping for something for him to move on. Here they come out of turn number 4 for the final time. Jerry Pace will take the win. Jubenville will finish second. Ziegler will finish in the 3rd spot. Those will be your 3 transfer cars. Zach Olger will try it later as Bartle's having some problems over there in turn number 2.
And Ryan Disterheft in the number 56. Then row 5, Jeff Ward on the inside in the 11W. Todd Jubenville is on this list. He was in the last race. Stuart Owens in the 21. John Bunce in the 81X. I need Celeste Scott to the tower, please. Celeste Scott, would you please come to the tower? Underway, Jarrett Stout out front of Dennis Walker. John McClure for the 3rd spot in a 12. Good battle up front as McClure trying to get underneath Walker to battle that 2nd spot. Ray Hudson 4th, 5th spot. Rob Newman in a 98 car behind your leader, Jarrett Stout. Side-by-side battle for 2nd spot. And Walker closes the door on McClure as they head down into turn 3. John McClure not giving up easy, still working on him. As they chase down your leader, Jarrett Stout into 1S machine. Once again, McClure to the inside of Walker through turn 2. Walker with just a bit more bite, a little more horsepower, shuts the door on him and outruns him down the back chute. Good battle behind him for 4th, 5th, 6th spot. Ryan Disterheft down on the inside in the 56, battling with Ray Hudson's number 25. And Rob Newman trying to find the way up front now with the number 98 car. Trouble on the speedway, yellow flag flying. We've got trouble down in turn 4. It's 81X at John Bunce getting turned around, slowed in front of the field, and we bring out the caution flag and slow this C feature. Number 25, then it's Rob Newman in the 98. And we're back up underway. Stout on challenge, look out! John McClure getting a little bit out of shape. He'll lose 3 spots. Moving out of that transfer position. Disterheft will move up and take that 3rd spot with a 56. Then it's Hudson 4th. And 5th spot now, Rob Newman in a 98 as they try and run down your leader. Jarrett Stout into 1S. Dennis Walker unchallenged for 2nd. Trouble now in turn 1 and 2. Cars all over the place. John Bunce A.J. Knowles, 2 of the cars. Back underway. Stout to lead the pack down a back chute. Dennis Walker second, Ryan Dister half third. Rob Newman goes to the high side. He'll challenge McClure for 5th. Trying to move in on Ray Hudson. Very few laps left in this C feature for the Modifieds. Rob Newman working well up on the high side. He makes the pass on McClure now. Doesn't quite clear him. McClure hanging tough on the inside. White flag this time by. Final lap for the C feature in the Modified division. Jared Stout out front. Looks like he'll go unchallenged for the win. Dennis Walker in the 81 riding second with Disterheft in that 3rd spot in the 56 car. Trouble once again in turn 4. John Bunce turning the number 81X around. All right, we're going to try it one more time here. Just a green-white checkered. 1 lap to go. Uh-oh, Disterheft having trouble. Ray Hudson trying to help him along there. Meanwhile, John McClure moves at the 12 car back up into 3rd. Disterheft having trouble getting fire under the hood of the 56 car. He goes all the way to last place. Here's your winner, Jared Stout. Dennis Walker second. John McClure in the 12 will advance into the feature. And Rob Newman comes up 1 spot short in the 98 car, finishing 4th. Your winner, Jared Stout. I've got a brand new profile. Toby Steele in the 4S, Steve Kaiser in the 16K, Paul Eel Jr. in the red 4E, Walt Wisnowski in the 34, John Carroll in the 18, Dennis Cogswell in 41, Myron DeYoung in the 7D, and Darrell Proctor in the 20 machine. Only the top 3 advance to the feature event. Right now it's Chris Higgins leading the charge in the 55. The Coon Dog running in the 2nd spot. He'll go to the high side as they enter turn 3. Side-by-side battle for that 3rd and final transfer spot. Kevin Watkins down on the inside. Toby Steele up on the outside. Paul Eel Jr. just looking for a way by in the 4E. Steve Kaiser in that front pack as well in the 16K. Top 6 cars break away from the rest of the field. Watkins moves into 3rd with Paul Eel in the 4th spot. Now here comes Kaiser to the inside of Steele now. Paul Eel working well down on the inside groove, moving in on Kevin Watkins to challenge that final transfer spot as they motor down a back chute. Chris Higgins unchallenged up on a point with that 55 machine. Jerry Coons riding 2nd spot, unchallenged so far. The race right now for that 3rd and final transfer spot. Kevin Watkins runs the high groove in the 66. Paul Eel Jr. running the low groove in the 4E. That's the big juicy down on the inside groove of that 4A. They're side by side off turn 4 at the halfway mark. Watkins with the advantage as they streak down toward turn 3 once again. Paul Eel working that inside groove, trying to find a way by. Chris Higgins looks like he's got things going his way. Eel finally makes a pass off turn 4 and slides up in front of Watkins for the 3rd spot. Watkins not giving up though. He's back down on the inside line. He'll try that groove now as they motor toward turn 3. Chris Higgins out front running the low groove in the 55. Jerry Coons in the 2nd spot running the high groove with the W1. Paul Eel now 3rd in the 4E car. He runs the low groove as they enter the 3rd turn. Kevin Watkins about 2 car lengths back, trying to move back up in the 3rd spot with that 66. Then it's Toby Steele, Steve Kaiser, the 34 Walt Wisnowski, and rounding out the field the number 18 car of John Carroll. Here's your leader for the white flag final lap in our D feature for the Modifieds. Chris Higgins looking as though he's going to go unchallenged for the win as Paul Eel tries to move in on Jerry Coons for the 2nd spot through turns 1 and 2. Coons way up high. Eel running the low groove. Down for the checkered. It'll be Higgins for the win. Here's a battle for 2nd. It'll go to Coons. Paul Eel 3rd. 4th will go to Watkins. outside in the W1. Row 9 on the inside, the 776 of Rusty Ziegler. John McClure on the outside in the 12. Paul Hill Jr. at the rear in the 4E. We go green this time by for 20 laps thereabouts. We don't announce the correct lap count. This is a claimer class. We are underway. Look out, Neil Siefker over the banking into 52. And he's rolled to a stop. We would probably see the caution flag on that one. All right. Jimmy Hale, Neil Siefker back up on the front row. They go 3 wide. Jimmy Hale leading him into turn 1. Tim Lytle, and it looks like Jerry Hunt battling a second spot. Hunt with a nose advantage as they head toward turn 3. Cliff Denman up into the top 4 now in a 24 car. 3 wide through the 4th turn. Jimmy Hale pacing the field in the early laps of this modified feature. Jerry Hunt in that second slot. Cliff Denman down on the inside for 3rd. Then it's Tim Lytle 4th. Danny Knowles up into the 5th spot. Neil Siefker on the inside trying to steal that spot away. Here comes Scotty Fisk in a number 12 car. They're 3 wide behind him. Down on the inside, Greg Wiles in the 76 up into the 6th spot. 3 wide from 7th spot on back. It's still Jimmy Hale Jr. pacing the field with Jerry Hunt in that second slot in the 8 car. Cliff Denman riding 3rd, runs the high line into turn 3, moving it on Hunt to challenge 2nd. Denman hanging tough up on the outside. He'll pull even with Hunt as they enter the 3rd turn. Tim Lytle maintaining 4th. Danny Knowles 5th in a 33. Then it's Greg Wiles in a 76 car. Terry Shank in a 42. Scotty Fisk in 12. And Rick Stout in a 410. Denman makes the pass for 2nd slot. He'll drop to the inside groove now and go to work on your leader. Jimmy Hale running right up against the cushion with a 12J car. Denman will go to the inside with a 24, try and make a move for the lead. Right now, Hale enjoys about a 3-car length advantage into turn 3. Denman will drop low. He'll pull even with your leader in turn 4. Hale with the momentum on the high side, able to maintain the lead down the front stretch. Cliff Denman 2nd. Jerry Hunt 3rd. Hunt, something broke on the 8 car. He's off the pace into the infield. Timmy Lytle up to 3rd now. Terry Shank riding 4th in the 42 car. 3-car battle for 5th right now. It's Danny Knowles in the 33. Rick Stout in the 410 and Greg Wiles in the 76 as they motor into turn 3. They go 3 wide. Challenge for the 3rd spot. Terry Shank down on the inside of Tim Lytle. He'll make the pass in turn 4. The 42 now up to 3rd. Lytle back to 4th. What a battle for 5th behind Lytle. Wiles down on the inside in the 76. Danny Knowles on the outside in the 33. Rick Stout mid-track in a 410. Now it's a 4-car race under a blanket off turn 4. Trouble up in turn 4. Jerry Coons getting out of shape in a W1. Narrowly getting down to the infield as the leaders come by. We slow the field under caution. Car Jimmy Hale now as we get back at it here in this modified feature event. Terry Shank up on the outside. Now he'll challenge Denman for second spot as they head toward turn 4. And trouble down in turn 1 brings out the caution once again. Neil Siefker in the number 52. And we'll get it this time by. Back underway, right away. Greg Wiles looks to the inside of Danny Knowles. Knowles will go high to work on Lytle. Terry Shank and Cliff Denman side by side for that second spot. Shank working the inside line with a 42. Into turn 3, that battle for second closes in on Jimmy Hale, your leader. Look out up in turn 1. Tim Lytle a little wide, as does Terry Shank up in the marbles. Greg Wiles able to sneak underneath for 4th spot. Challenge for the lead. They make contact as the field closes in on them. Cliff Denman now out front. Terry Shank on the inside, working on him. Behind him, it's Greg Wiles for 3rd. Danny Knowles 4th. Tim Lytle 5th. 6th spot is Rick Stout in the 410, side by side for the lead. Shank sneaking by on the inside, moves out front. Denman a close second, up into the marbles as he enters turn 3. He'll drop low. Pull even with your leader once again. Three wide back mid-pack as they streak down the front stretch. Terry Shank now opening up that lead. I see the checkered flag. Denman, look out. Over in turn 3. Tim Lytle going for a spinner. Danny Knowles here on the front stretch at the flag. Gets it straightened out. The winning number 42, and I really do believe there could be more than one engine claim tonight. 4 cars are supposed to go to the claim area, the top 4 finishers, and I count about half the field down in there.